On Minnesota's north shore of Lake Superior lies the 310-mile Superior Hiking Trail, my happy place. There are many great stretches to explore, but one of the best you can find is within Tettogouche State Park, and it has national park vibes, the Bean and Bear Lakes Loop. Welcome to Ted on the Trail. If it's your first time enjoying the great outdoors on this channel, we'd love to have you in the hiking club by liking and commenting on this video and subscribing for more great treks on the trails. A little less than halfway up scenic Highway 61 lies the town of Beaver Bay, which is a great place to fuel up for the day. Hang a left on County Road 4, and in mere minutes you'll find yourself at the Silver Bay Trailhead, the beginning of your journey. The Bean and Bear Loop Trail is 6.6 miles long with just over 1,000 feet of total elevation gain. Now, most of the trail is a part of the main Superior Hiking Trail, with the loop back being designated as a spurred trail. Our most recent trip there was in June of 2025, and getting there around 10 a.m. saw very few people on the trail, which was great, by the way. But if you do go in the fall, be prepared for a very different story. The parking lot is absolutely packed early in the morning, and cars line the highway. This trail is one of the most popular in Minnesota in the fall due to its clear view of the magnificent foliage during the autumn months. So popular, trail erosion has resulted in recent trail repairs. The first 1.7 miles leads you through rocky terrain with some steep climbs, but there are some fantastic sprawling views. First, of Lake Superior and the town of Silver Bay, and secondly, sprawling forests that define this area. Once you see some of those views, you won't stay high forever, as there are many ups and downs throughout this stretch. You'll see birch-lined forests as well as some wildflowers that provide color that pops within the green that surrounds the trail. When you've reached the end of this initial part of the path, you will end up at a literal fork in the road. Now, lucky for you, there's a map to help you make the right decision. And your buddy Ted is going to help you make the right decision as well. I highly recommend going on the path to the left, as it leads you to a better buildup and more rewarding views sooner of both of the lakes. The next mile of the trail leads you through more lush forests with tall, skinny trees and provides the first of two backpacking sites, the Penn Creek campsite. Now, although I'm not a backpacker myself, I've heard this group site is nice, next to a smaller waterfall, but can get pretty cramped during the peak times. Now, it's time for what you all came to see. Bean Lake is the first of the two lakes, and this is where you start to feel that national park vibe. Since only hikers and backpackers can access these lakes, they are ultra pristine. And it is truly a magnificent sight when the sun is shining directly upon them and you see the true and full color of the water. Bean Lake is a designated trout lake, so if you brought your rod, this is as good as it gets. You'll continue for a half mile along a rocky cliff before you get the glimpse of lake number 2, Bear Lake. About halfway along the length of Bear Lake, the aptly named Bear Lake campsite appears about a tenth of a mile down a spur trail that leads you to the shores of the lake. I will once again reiterate, I'm not personally a backpacker, but if I became one, this might be my first crack at it. It's an absolutely beautiful spot, and the Superior Hiking Trail is full of beautiful backpacking spots, but according to reviews, this is a small, cramped spot, and the ground here is also unlevel. The Bear Lake Viewpoint is Minnesota's Instagram version of Lake Louise. It is the spot for a picturesque photo. My wife and I like to take a load off here, have some lunch before heading to the rest of the trail. There are forests as far as the eye can see around you, and it is truly one of my favorite spots in the state of Minnesota. It is really popular, but really popular for good reason. The remaining 3.6 mile way back is as green as it gets. Ferns and other greenery line the trail even more than the way up and provides a relaxing finish to your journey. Although this trail is a literal madhouse, crawling with hiking casuals in the fall, I'd recommend going in the autumn months once in your lifetime. Otherwise, summer when it's not too buggy is the way to go. That wraps up today's adventure. Now, whether in life or out on the trail, always remember to take it one step at a time. We'll see you next time on Ted on the Trail. We did it. We did it.